Welcome back to the Grindhouse Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Cheese Film, and joined with me is the legendary, late great grandfather of The Mist. That's right, it is Hecubus.
The Mist is a good movie.
The Mist is a great movie. And joined again, I think this is third time here, is Mr. Randy Official coming down from the mighty Himalayas.
Hello, guys. It's me again.
You know
I
what's
screamed earlier and got yelled at.
He puts that up there, and I was going to watch this past week, the Quatermass experiment, because that guy wrote that too. And,
oh, yeah?
I just haven't.
Haven't gotten around to it?
No.
Well, so today, if you didn't notice from the lack of intro, we are going to actually be talking about just what we've been watching recently. Because today is my birthday. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha, yeah.
So I thought we'd do something fun, a little special.
Tomorrow's your birthday.
Well, no. At least come out.
Your birthday's on Sunday, isn't it?
Shoot.
So tomorrow's your
Tomorrow's
birthday.
my birthday. I thought, anyway, we also will be celebrating our 2-year anniversary this month, so I figured we'll have a nice little fun shake it up episode where instead of talking about cult movies, we'll just talk about things we've seen recently.
Some of them
sporadic,
might end up
all
being
over.
cult movies.
Some of them probably will be, just knowing who we are. But there's a couple in particular I want to talk about that I think this will be the only time we'll talk about on the podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I don't see us talking about specifically these movies I've been watching. But yeah, so this is kind of an open open floor discussion of just what we've been watching, what we've liked, what we haven't liked, and the possible new film news that were graced with this month. But I guess to start off, we all should tip our heads in memoriam of Smiling Friends.
Why?
Was canceled.
Oh, it was?
Well, I guess not canceled. They're not the two people, Charlie and Pim, who make the show. They put out a thing that said they're not making any more.
Oh.
They got 2 more episodes and that'll be it. A lot of people think this is a April Fool's joke.
Oh.
And by the time you're listening to this, more information might have come out. But I find it to be interesting that they were renewed for like 3 more seasons. And they're just like, no. They're going to go out on high.
Well, that's cool, too.
It is cool, and I do respect the Seinfeldness of it.
Right.
However, they're afraid of becoming Rick and Morty, and
yeah,
I don't think they're...
Well, they did. It is a long time between new stuff from that.
A lot of,
I thought it was already canceled.
Well, yeah. Rick and Morty, unfortunately... I think everybody latched onto it so bad, and they wanted to be something that's a little bit more nuanced, not popular. And for the outcasts, maybe, that they tried to, I don't know, get ahead of themselves almost, because like they
overthought it.
Yeah, it just got real bad there for a while, and I thought this last season was
those 2 guys
fine.
One of them doesn't do nothing with it anymore.
Well, yeah, he's a terrible person.
And isn't the other guy... He still does the voice, doesn't he? No. He makes that video game, too. No, I mean the other guy.
That guy got booted.
Oh.
He got fired. They completely dropped him.
But
Dan Harmon's still doing stuff. But Dan Harmon doesn't want to be fan-theoried, so he circumvents things that...
Oh.
Then
why do you have a comic book?
Why do you have any of this?
Anyway, I just think that's all a bad idea. And Tom, when's the last time you watched Rick and Morty? I mean, Randy Official.
Have
you seen any of the most recent seasons?
No, I think I've seen...
Randy Official was their demographic, man. And he went down to Chattanooga to get the... What's that sauce?
The Szechuan sauce?
Szechuan sauce. You know what I mean? He did all the stuff, and now he's completely lost interest because it just takes too long.
Well, not even... I can deal with a long in-between. I can deal with that.
I think the
But
writing...
what I'm waiting for is just garbage.
Yeah, the writing went really
It's
bad.
just-
It's not as good.
bad.
It's not as bad as Family Guy or American Dad.
I
but
think
They're just complete
It's
bastardization. That is what happens when
exactly.
a
Flavor
show
addiction.
goes on
SpongeBob.
too long. SpongeBob's a whole nother thing.
Right. So
And SpongeBob's something we'll be talking about.
I think what the Smiling Friends guys, if they're really not going to do it, it's a good idea to go out like that instead of becoming a parody of yourself.
I think part of that
flanderization.
is your fan base. So you get so big, you attract people who either really like it or like to make it really hard to like it, to say you're
Yeah.
a fan of it. And like the whole, well, you got to have a smart IQ to like Rick and Morty, that whole phase, it cringed itself. It made itself cringy. So
A little bit,
I
yeah.
think in lieu of Smiling Friends, it was online turning into that where people would it would be
Like gatekeepers.
yeah, and not even that, because
But just be
it was
stupid about
it
it.
became too liked in a way where now you're getting
Mainstream.
people making dressing up like them and doing all this like I'm
Right.
doing quirky dances and making quirky faces and almost age regressing into like a toddler. And I think maybe this is all speculation. They were like, all right, if that's what our fans are going to become, I don't want that reputation. Or
Yeah, I
they
get what
ran
they're-
out of bits. Because
but,
to
like,
keep that formula and keep it strong, I don't know where you would go with it. You have lovable characters
Well, you cut Mr. Boss out. Get
and
rid of
make.
that.
I said there's going to be a new show. It's called the Mr. Boss Show.
But like Futurama has smart jokes too, but they're not like here. This is how smart we are. It's just stuff in the background. If you're like, you know what they're talking about, you're like, ah.
yeah.
think-
Rick and Morty kind of goes off of that a little bit, but then he's right about the audience. Is like, you're not smart enough to watch this show, but yeah, you are.
An
But also,
audience
like
will
Nirvana,
ruin it.
you were talking about like the audience, because Nirvana didn't want to be as big as they became, or having certain people that used to bully them be fans of theirs, and they really had a problem with that. Obviously, the one guy had a big problem with life, but it's not unheard of, is what I'm saying, Tom. Is that what you're talking about is not unheard of,
yeah.
but once you start. Art isn't for the artist; it's for everybody else, and you don't get to control everybody else.
No, you don't. And that's a good point because, like, you don't have any say of how your stuff is going to be taken. And if you
Right.
don't like the direction in which it's all going, then
You could stop.
nobody can stop you from stopping.
Right.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And some things probably should have stopped a long time ago, and some things I don't think should be stopped that are stopping. And there's just a large influx of these, and like we all are fans of stuff, and I think it's really funny to play into the stereotypes of stuff. I have this bit that I do. There's another. It's on Netflix now. It's called The Amazing Digital Circus, and one of the characters in it, the internet has fawned over. They love that character. And I got one of the mystery boxes, and I got that character, and it's up there. And even Tom was like, "Why do you have this?"
What is it?
It's just a little
Clown character.
clown
I don't
character.
even know what
You
you're talking
don't.
about.
need
Which
to
is
watch
you should watch the show because it's
Is
a
it
really
funny?
well written show.
Okay.
And it is
It's
funny.
a cartoon?
Yeah. And it's loosely based on
Excuse me,
a Harlan.
animated.
Yes, and it's loosely based on a Harlan Ellison story.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's loose. I feel like you've got it because I've recently.
Listen, I'm
read
not
it?
going to get the Harlan Ellison reference. Or
You
know what I
might.
mean? No, I'm not.
Have you heard I have no mouth, so I and I
I've
must
heard of
scream?
it, Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
why I
you
read it
haven't
too.
read it?
That's a good.
Is
Have
that
you
what
read
it
it?
is?
It's off that.
It's loosely based on that,
No kidding.
where a
Well, I'm
vindictive
in.
AI has imprisoned these people,
Uh-huh.
and it's
Yeah,
just
that's
their
terrible.
suffering. Yeah, but it's
I
done in
have
such
no
a
mouth and I must scream.
it's done in such a genius way that where the dark moments only happen like after it's happened, like you're sitting there with it still, and it's already moved on because it's so bright and colorful and almost
in yellow,
childlike, to where you aren't realizing what's going on. You know, kind of stuff. And
that's cool. Yeah, I will check it out. What's it called? Digital Circus?
Yeah, the Amazing Digital Circus.
Just go ahead and wait.
Well, the new
Wait till
episode
it's
comes
done.
out next week. Don't be done. That's my biggest problem with these things.
Wait till it's done, because otherwise you're gonna get to episode 10 and you're like, oh, I have to wait half a year.
That's
where we're at.
A
You
new
mean
episode
binge watch
comes
it?
out.
Yeah, or at least just wait till it's all out, and you know how it ends.
Look here, the greatest part of a show's run is the wait to the next season. That's how you know it's good. Like
that's the old school way of doing it.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. But Netflix also like there might not be one.
Yeah,
There was this one show, I wish I could remember what it was.
Tom Cameron.
On Netflix, they had one season, and this woman, she's on a boat, and then it's really surreal and mind twisting, and it was done really well. And it has an end that's ambiguous, and they're not going to do a second season. It's really like there's a doorway in the sky. It was really cool. I can't remember what it was called, but I don't care now because they're not going to keep going with it.
And that sucks.
And that's what really sucks with Netflix, I think.
Courtney and I just finished Fringe completely. A show from 2000. Was it 8 to 12?
I don't know.
Yeah,
We were
around
still
there.
in high school.
Yeah, well, yeah, and when it wrapped up, I know it ended in 2012 because that's the date I keep seeing. I don't remember when it started. I think it was 2008. But I remember the wait for the next season.
Yeah, right.
And how the anticipation builds in. You get to watch the reruns. How is it going to happen?
Right.
And
all that stuff.
It's all
was a lot of
gone.
fun. Yeah.
There's none of that anymore. And like with things like Smiling Friends or Rick and Morty, The Amazing Digital Circus, Has Been Hotel, all these new wave of pop culture shows, like they only do 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And then that's it for 2 years.
Thing. Yeah.
I don't get it. You're losing people in the long run with that. I feel like.
I think they are too. But they're making money. They're still doing it. Like that, I think it's on Paramount, Landman. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to plan on watching it, though. It's supposed to be really good. The guys at work talk about it. And it's only on Paramount Plus. You know what I mean? It's not on any network or anything. You can only watch it on their streaming service. How are they making any money? Like, I get Paramount Plus through my cable subscription.
Right.
So I'm not paying them for it.
Cable's paying them a bunch of money so that they could have that, and then it's probably based on sponsors. And Paramount
I
is
don't have any
one of the biggest
ads.
conglomerates of entertainment.
Yeah. It just got a little bigger.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and they won't tell us how they make money on this
No,
stuff.
they won't.
And you realize how much they actually just take. How much money actually a movie
Well, here's
makes
the
probably
thing.
is a lot, but probably a lot of that is and then the director gets $2 million.
Well,
Yeah,
here's another
yeah,
thing.
and yada
They might-
yada.
It might not be that much. They might be not making a lot of money. They tell their stockholders they're making a lot of money, so people keep buying stock in it. And
Yeah, that's a
it's a
Ponzi
lot-
scheme.
it's illegal, yeah. So they can't tell you how much they're making because nobody will go to jail. And nothing will happen.
Yeah.
They're that strata. Let's not talk about that shit.
But I think back to how you're saying is I think people are just hungry for quality content.
Yeah.
So when you get these bigger shows like a Smiling Friends, like that, and then they do every Tuesday you're getting a new episode. Now you look forward to Tuesdays.
Yeah, like what used to happen.
But I don't think you don't. I know most people do just binge stuff. You don't have to.
No,
you watch
you don't
one
have to.
episode a day and then be like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this episode. So it's really, you're not instilling the delayed gratification that you want out of it, and like the hype and all that because it's all
Right.
out. They have it, but you could do that
Yeah, you
without
can
it
do that
being
easy.
like like I'm waiting on 3 shows this year. One is JoJo Bizarre Adventure, one is Boys, and one is Invincible.
You're gonna watch The Boys?
I probably it's the end of it.
Well, I didn't know you were watching it to begin with. I didn't think it was something up your alley.
Whatever. I like superpowers. But I'm pretty sure all 3 of those are releasing either 2 episodes for their first one, or they're hour long.
Yeah.
I don't mind a long show.
No.
And like if you give me 8-hour-long episodes, I'm more okay with that. You know, because I can break like Stranger Things. I still think is the progenitor of all of that, but like each one did feel like a good amount of substance.
Yeah.
Each episode, and because each season tells one story broken up over these 8-hour-long episodes, I like a lot of what Star Wars is doing too. I don't hate all this stuff, and I think they should be doing other things too. But like I very much enjoy like things like the Book of Boba Fett that just focus on one story and tell this story. Is it everything you want it to be? No, it leaves you wanting more. They just have to play their cards right now.
Do you like Andor?
I
have a hard time with Andor.
My friend,
that first one was great.
Sings praise and says it's the best thing they've ever made, and yada yada.
Ever.
He loves Andor.
A lot of people who say that also think that Rogue One was the best Star Wars movie.
He likes the original tree. I'll preface that. I think he is
the
still,
original 3 are his
favorite.
But you can't say that now. It's the original 6.
But
same guy did all 6.
Just he's like,
but he did.
You guys gotta watch. I don't care about Star Wars that much. He's trying to get me to watch Andor.
I don't know if you can get your teeth into Andor.
I didn't think so either.
If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not gonna. You wouldn't like it, Tom.
So
you don't give 2 craps about it, and it's
that's
not.
What I was like. And
it's okay, but it's
not,
like the Star Wars aesthetic, and I don't.
Okay.
It's okay. You might like it. You might not.
George Tarkovsky or whatever.
George Tarkovsky?
Yeah.
Samurai Jack?
Yeah, that guy.
His name's George?
Embodied everything that Star Wars should be and is.
In the Clone Wars?
Yeah. It should be that cool. It should be just like that action-y.
Yeah, completely different tone.
I don't think you need all this drama. I think build your world. Maybe pick a character to follow and build from there.
Like Andor?
Even Vision.
What you're doing is completely describing what the show Andor is.
Even Vision. Well, but Andor does a lot of politics stuff, and it's not.
Star Wars is politics.
Yeah, which I don't get.
From start to finish.
You can One Piece is politics, but you get the rest of it. You get fed they're not feeding the people what they actually want, which is, I want General Grievous to do cool stuff. I want Darth Vader to do cool stuff. They do that, a kiss of that, and then write whatever they want because people need a sandwich instead of just a light snack on movies sometimes. But I think if you're an action thing, and if your thing is super powered things, or I have aliens that do cool things and robots and all this, you're already adding too much. You don't need to tell a story. Just establish that that's the world you live in, and now we are following this cool character's story in this cool environment. Not, let's go to the planet they blow up in the 3rd movie, figure out all the politics there and then we're building the rebellion and all this, and I don't need to know that. I want to see how General Grievous got all those lightsabers. I want to see that. I want to see Boba Fett go hunt things.
It sounds like you're saying I don't want this, but then saying you want this.
Yeah,
you just don't want Andor.
Well, I'm saying, like, does that make sense?
I want to satisfying you.
I want to, yeah, and I think
it's what it is.
I don't know. I think that is what people want at the end of the day. We'll talk about it. I'll jump ship. Superman, the new one, I think is good. I think that is a good superhero movie. Yeah, I think that did it. It hit its marks.
It's a comic book movie.
It's not trying to do more than that. That's what I loved
about it.
Yeah, and that's it. He does cool stuff. He's Superman in that, and it's a Superman movie.
Yeah,
it's not what Avengers turns into or the Marvel MCU turns into. That they had more than one character in it.
Yeah, lots of them,
and all of them good. not all of them are this, and I'm a deep character I'm the funny guy. Nah, you didn't need that. I think you just did what it did.
About Superman 2 also, not Superman 2, but was, what's that one guy? Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific. Everyone was like, Mr. Terrific is the best part of this movie, blah, blah, blah. And before I saw it, I'm like, whatever, okay. And he looks stupid floating around with that. I'm like, come on. Mr. Terrific's the best part of that movie. I would watch a Mr. Terrific movie now if they got that actor and he got to be like that.
Yeah, I don't know if Mr. Terrific was my favorite part of that movie.
He was great.
But I liked Guy Gardner. I thought Hawkgirl was cool.
He was cool too.
But I would have 100% taken a Superman Mr. Terrific movie.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that would have sold me.
Sure.
He was awesome in this. And I hadn't even heard of Mr. Terrific.
Me neither. Well, I've heard of him.
Like,
he's like that weird thing on his face. I'm like, that's stupid. Like, DC does a lot of that kind of stuff, and I'm like, that's kind of dumb.
I think in what James Gunn is doing is that he's bringing the panel to the screen in a way that we haven't really gotten to see.
Right. It's way more just fun.
Yeah.
That's it. It's neat to look at. All the special effects were great.
They are.
And, it had a story. If you're reading comic books for deep literature, you got a problem, man. So don't rip on these movies for being that same way.
Right.
Don't go to The Punisher for some kind of
moral lesson.
Yeah, come on, man. It's a guy, a vigilante guy, that's all.
Well, and some of them...
And everything's not going to be the Watchmen, so
road.
don't kill yourself trying to be the Watchmen and subverting expectations. Sometimes expectations are good. Giving people what they want gets you what you want, which is money.
Right, but you have to walk that fine line of just fan service for fan service and telling a compelling story.
I think the writers get too in their head.
Yeah,
especially specifically.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Because there's a lot of people who change a script that's not just the writers.
Oh, sure.
You have
absolutely.
You have the audience reactions, you have directors, you have
the actors themselves.
You have producers, you have a lot that goes into that. So the original script might have been wildly different than what we got, and it's a road to get there.
Well, that's a problem too. It's probably not wildly different. Because the wildly different ones end up being just crap. And everybody's like, what did I just watch even? Like, here's another one, Tom, if you want to look this up. Captain America Brave New World, which had trouble from get-go. It had a different title from get-go. And even then, Anthony Mackie's like, what are we doing? Give me a script and then I'll start working. You know what I mean? He blew up with that. But he was absolutely right. You can't just film a bunch of stuff and then be like, it's a waste of time because we're going to have to film a bunch of other stuff because you didn't know what you were doing ahead of time. And that's what I always say on the show lots of times. Somebody's got to have a vision. Somebody's got to have, and then that's what you do. You stick to the plan. Those things happen. You got to make adjustments. That's normal life stuff. But doing this committee stuff is not working. Making scrapbook movies or shows is not working. It's just garbage.
But here's the thing.
7 people involved in the thing are making money and have power that now they're the ones that are influencing other things, and it's not working. It's not.
Well, and this is why you see a lot of things like indie animation or A24 getting a lot of the spotlight, because what they're telling you is not just a committee movie. It doesn't feel overly processed.
Exactly.
It feels more natural. It feels more original. Even like there's a new movie coming out that a lot of people is being marketed as the scariest thing and all this stuff, and you could tell they're just actors for hire. But it's I don't remember the movie.
I don't either.
But the tagline is it's the most scariest thing you've ever heard, because it's a movie about a podcast, but it's a haunted podcast. Or like there's demons talking in the background.
All right, I can go with that.
That movie came out in 2003. That is not a groundbreaking movie. That is on the same level as Paranormal Activity or
there's also a movie. We should probably do it because it's not very well known. Ponte Point or something like that. And it's the same thing. It's a radio show.
Yeah.
And this guy, it all takes place in one room, basically. Mm-hmm. And do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I can follow.
There's some signal going out to everybody. It's in like French or something. And that's making people crazy and go violently kill each other. And it's the same kind of thing. You know what I mean? Their podcast is influencing the audience that way. And they have already done it. And that was pretty good, actually.
But why this movie is probably going to do well is because it's a person's project. It's one guy's project.
Exactly.
Iron Lung is a massive hit. It's a video game adaptation that apparently doesn't follow the story all too well. It branches off and creates its own
that's cool
lore to it and backgrounds to it, and it's a smash hit. It's a new fresh idea, it's fresh. Mm-hmm. It's not run of the mill. I can tell that there's not 12 people putting their finger in it.
Yeah,
it's not overly produced. Something we talk about on this podcast a lot is it shot on film or is it shot digitally? And there's authenticities when you watch a movie that's shot on film that you don't get digitally, and a lot of these new things, I'm gonna just say, are shot digitally movies.
Right.
They're just overproduced. They're overmade.
Yeah.
It's too perfect.
Yeah.
To the point where it's nothing. You don't get anything from it.
Yeah.
And I think it's hurting us more than anything. Everybody had a problem with the Superman movie being that he like loses 3 fights in it, but
I welcome that, because otherwise, if you're just unbeatable for everything,
right,
which is a big problem they have
with Henry Cavill,
other people,
is that he is unstoppable, and then when he breaks Zod's neck, because he met somebody who couldn't stop.
I love Man of Steel; it's so good.
It's the second best Superman movie ever made, by the way. Hot take, I guess. I think this one is the best one, and the Man of Steel is number 2.
I'm way too nostalgic about Christopher Reeve's original one, and like the music, everything.
There's stuff I do say.
I'm admitting it's not all nostalgia. That's why I think it's better. Mm-hmm. But because I love this Superman movie, I thought it was great, and he's new.
It's different. It's not,
but also he's not trying to, like, Henry Cavill is a little more cynical and more he has the same moral compass that all Superman kind of have, but he's more he's not as dopey, I guess.
He's
and I
edgy.
like Clark Kent and him being more innocent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
like bumbling into
that's
stuff.
that was one of my appeals with this movie, of like him, as everyone mentions it, but him saving the squirrel, saving
like
everything.
Yeah.
You get those other movies that you're talking about, they're killing half the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is he.
Like in Man of Steel.
They rip Metropolis in half.
He's literally,
and all these same
he's
people
doing crowd control while the other superheroes are doing that. He is one who's like, oh, all right, I'll take the fight into this remote area. And now we can
through
fight.
Buildings. He smashes people through buildings.
I don't think so.
Which is a thing that everybody had a problem with Man of Steel with, is that they're fighting in the middle of Metropolis.
There's still some of that, because like I keep picturing the one part where he's with Lois, and then through
that thing's
but he doesn't go. That's cool. That whoops, don't look at me. He doesn't go do it. He's like, they got it.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
But it's also a fresh and original take on the character. Like it's not Henry Cavill is
the best Superman. I got it. He's perfect.
A man who wants to be a normal guy, but is burdened with the fact that he's basically a god.
Yeah,
and he takes that in more of a kind of Shakespearean, I'm above everything, even though I don't want it. It's an unbearable burden for me.
Right, yeah.
Whereas this Superman...
That has a word.
Yeah, I can't think of it. This Superman knows that he is basically unstoppable. Mm-hmm. He can go to insert whatever country that was, Belarus, wherever it is, and stop this war.
Yeah.
Because innocent people are going to die, but he doesn't do this bureaucracy. He wants to... have that humanity.
He's above borders.
He's above borders, but he also it's basic human instinct to care about another person, and he's trying to get humans to see that.
I think heroes,
and that's what that monologue at the end is.
Yeah, I think why Spider-Man is so good and just being like, oh no, Spider-Man's a good guy because sake of good is with great responsibility or with great power comes
great responsibility.
Superman, that's instilled in him. Like, no, dude, you are strong and you should try to do stuff that is good. Like, you are capable of doing this. So no one else can. No one else can be you, so it is your job to be that person. And I think
like John McClane says that in Die Hard, one of them died at the fourth one. He's like, somebody's got to do it, and then you're just the guy.
Yeah,
I think that's lost in some of these. Like, you don't. Either people know they need it explained to them or whatever. I don't know, but no, like a villain being evil to be evil works. A hero being yes, the writing you need more into the writing a little bit for that, but especially these iconic characters where you already know their background, you can get away with I'm just good and naive that believes in everything can go right because that's who I am. It's easy. Everyone, you could just expect him to be like, oh, all those bad thoughts. He just thinks of those in a different way. But just because he isn't that guy doesn't mean he's not. Superman doesn't have a bad day or whatever, or argues with Lois. They show that good, in my opinion.
But like the first Superman, that's how the bad guy. He knows Superman could destroy him. He can't beat him physically or at all.
You talking about Lex Luthor?
Huh? Yeah, I'm talking about Lex Luthor knows he cannot. He's not a match against Superman. So he has two things. One, the kryptonite, and then his backup plan is to have both missiles go to each side of the country because he can't save everybody at once. And he knows he's going to win because he can't do everything. That kind of stuff is what you need, not just some fist fight all the time.
Lex Luthor, especially in this one, his whole thing is he's egotistical and he's not necessarily he is an evil guy.
Yeah, he's an evil guy.
But he can't handle the fact of this guy. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't reach that.
Yeah.
So his whole like I'm going crazy because I am the smartest person in the world, but it doesn't matter because that guy exists, and no matter what I do.
That guy will be there.
Yeah. So I think that's good. I think in Guardians 3, which is I haven't seen, but I heard great
Guardians
things.
of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That villain is evil to be evil.
Well, you know what? That's what's cool about it, is a little ambiguous, because he's not evil, but he's doing something nasty.
He's doing evil things.
But we do that.
He feels justified in doing it because he's got some weird perfection.
Yeah, he's got
universe.
quirks too, but
What's
we
his name?
experiment on things and reap the benefits of it every day.
We just get to see it from the perspective of the victim.
Yeah, and they do that and it's not preachy at all. That's good, Tom. You should watch it.
No, I've seen the sad backstory part, so I've pretty much seen it.
Yeah, it gets a little too much there, but the other parts too, where they're going to rescue him, it's all good. All three of those are solid movies. I like all three of them.
I think the third one is the weakest.
I think the third one's the weakest too, but I like them all.
Yeah. I almost kind of feel like Chris Pratt was uber phoning it in the entire time.
I think
almost felt like
he's not even hardly
there.
in it. I don't remember him so much as everybody else. So maybe you're right.
And he basically quit everything to go live with his biological dad because he still has one.
What do you mean?
He leaves the guard. That's how the movie ends.
Oh, right. He
leaves to go.
I thought you meant Chris Pratt, not Star-Lord.
No.
But like with Brand New Day, we were talking about the Captain America one, I fell asleep during that, and I still haven't seen the whole movie. If I had done that with Frankenstein, because I did fall asleep during Frankenstein, I was so I fell asleep because I watched it after work.
Because he's old.
And because I'm old. But I made sure to see the whole thing. I've seen it 3 times now.
Uh-huh.
Because I watched it once. And then I didn't just pick up where I left off. Then I had to watch the whole thing entirely. That movie is freaking great. And Anthony Mackie was right. It doesn't work. It's not good enough to just film a bunch of stuff and put it together to where you think it's okay.
What are you talking about?
Brand new Captain America, Brand New Day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when he threw his fit in the.
I thought you were talking about Frankenstein.
No, Frankenstein was one guy.
Frankenstein was
had a vision, and did what he needed to do to tell that story.
I think it was a terrible adaptation of Frankenstein.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you never read Frankenstein.
I don't need to. I've got other people for that. I think it was an awesome movie, but I don't remember anything about it being told that way. And
you know what
they focus on Oscar Isaac and his dilemma,
like the book,
more than the creatures
and the creature
dilemma.
stuff.
And
going the way he learns things is right out of the book. With he's
the
hiding in the family.
Yeah, that's the part that was you shouldn't.
That was great.
Dr. Frankenstein is not a sympathetic man, and every time they make these movies, they try to make him somebody you could relate to, and he's not.
Really, I didn't get that at all.
Well, the book's written by a woman during a very oppressive time. Dr. Frankenstein was not somebody. He was the oppressor. You're supposed to sympathize with the monster. And every single movie that they ever make of this stuff, Dr. Frankenstein is supposed to be the, oh, what have I done kind of dude.
Yeah.
And it's not who the character is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it kind
that's
of
why
doesn't
he
work.
goes and spends the rest of his life literally chasing him down to kill him.
I don't think Dr. Frankenstein should be portrayed that way anymore. I think we have him enough of that. Let him be a villain. Let him not be sympathetic. Let him be.
I got zero sympathy for him out of that movie. And they show why he's like that at the beginning with his dad. And I still thought, he uses people. I didn't get that at all out of that. That's awesome. But it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it does.
And the way his pacing, Guillermo del Toro does great movies.
I agree with that too. I like the sets a lot.
Yeah,
I think the sets are really nice.
But like Christoph Waltz person isn't anybody in it.
No, it's a pop character.
Put that in there.
Character.
I just love Frankenstein. That was great. All that Christoph Waltz stuff, and he's like, I'm not going to do that. Your brain's riddled with disease. I'm going to use your brain.
They made Nosferatu.
That was good, too.
Which I stand by the fact that should not be called Nosferatu. They didn't remake the original one. They just made a Dracula movie. Which is what Nosferatu was. It's just weird that you're calling it that if it's not...
Wasn't that the character's name, though?
No, it's Count Orlok.
All right.
But it's only Count Orlok.
Nosferatu means...
vampire. Yeah.
Plague bringer or whatever.
I don't know the exact translation, but that's the only... Like, the original Nosferatu is called that... And not just called Dracula because it didn't have the rights from the Bram Stoker.
And they burned almost all the copies of it, too, when they lost their case. It's lucky we even have any of it.
So the whole, Count Orlok, none of that.
Yeah.
It's all original to that movie, which was just, they great valued all the names and stuff.
It was good.
So when you remake that and only take from that the name... I just think it's kind of... You should have just called it Dracula.
Same, kind of, too.
I wouldn't even go that far. He doesn't at all. They didn't even... He looks... what do they call him? They made him look more like a Romanian oligarch than Orlok was. Yeah. Like, he's completely... If I had 2 pictures of those guys up, and I said, which one do you think that these 2 were remade after each other? You'd be like, nah, absolutely not. They don't look anything like each other. I don't get why they didn't call it Dracula. They could have just called it that.
Yeah, really.
they made the last voyage of the Demeter movie, and that tanked.
Yeah.
So maybe that there's something like
good,
that.
Too. It was okay.
But like, it's also a cool name, Nosferatu, whatever. But like, you just call it Dracula. Now you have your Frankenstein movie. They made a Wolfman movie that plays around with
different though.
Like, what's it like? Lycanthropy? What's the lycanthropy disease that you get to become a Wolfman? Like, none of these are connected in any way. But
no. But like, it's kind of connected with the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Where it's a modern kind of reinterpretation. I didn't see the Wolfman yet. And
I don't want to. I saw what he looks like, and then he's not a wolf guy. He's just,
I heard that too. That's kind of why I'm dragging my feet to watch it.
I also don't like Wolfman stuff.
I think that's cool. I don't think there's enough Wolfman stuff.
But the one that doesn't really get a whole lot of, retread is the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
It's gonna be.
And that'll be cool. I think the closest that we've even kind of gotten to it was The Shape of Water, which is a Guillermo del Toro movie. And I don't know, it's just wild.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. I think James Wan has something to do with it too.
That'd be neat.
Yeah,
that'd be
definitely.
Real neat. So we talked about Superman. I guess we'll transition.
Well, I got a list of 2025 stuff if you want to.
Do you want to just talk about the stuff that you've been watching? So I just recently watched that new SpongeBob movie because I had nothing else to do. And it's got Mark Hamill in it.
Right.
And there was a big controversy about him replacing the original voice actor for the Dutchman.
Yeah.
Because apparently Mark Hamill...
Wasn't the Dutchman Brian Doyle Murray?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay.
100%. I know that one.
Okay. Oh, well, look at you. Have you seen this new SpongeBob movie?
Molly was being born.
So you missed
but
it?
it's
Darn it.
out. You can watch it. I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it recently.
You have it on your Vudu?
I have it on Paramount Plus.
Oh, well.
There you go.
I watched it.
I'm not going to watch it.
It's not bad.
Really?
SpongeBob has gotten bad. I watched the Twilight Zone spoof episode, which was a whole special. They called it the Tidal Zone.
Okay.
Because tidal waves, I thought.
Right.
And I also heard, thought that something was going to happen, and it never happened. But it is unbearably bad.
Oh,
It
really?
is obnoxious to be obnoxious. It is ugly to be ugly.
With that stuff.
There's nothing there anymore.
You also got to think, well, two things. It's on television still.
Yeah.
Almost dead.
You know why?
At this point.
Because kids will buy the toys.
Well, yeah. And then two, it's the only moneymaker Nickelodeon, the TV station, has. Everything else it's reruns of SpongeBob in between whatever else they're trying to
that
launch.
Whole back catalog of stuff that made them a lot of money.
Yeah, but it ain't SpongeBob, and SpongeBob, even old SpongeBob, stands up.
Yeah, it does.
So like you could show a kid old SpongeBob episodes, they're gonna be like, "Why does it look a little different?" They're still gonna like it.
Yeah, same with
You
Bugs Bunny.
can't get a kid to if they don't want to watch something, they won't.
Yeah, right.
So, but everyone loves
merchandise for
SpongeBob,
him.
and then he's marketable. They have SpongeBob NFL now. Like Nickelodeon has their own sports. They do their own sports now. That's trying to get kids into sports. That used to be just normal. Like kids would watch sports.
Yeah.
Now they have to add. They have to add all the cartoons.
Well,
they have to do all this and make it all interesting
Sports
again.
was a thing that people used to do, and now people hate sports. But sports is secretly just a gambling thing for indentured people.
I think also they were your heroes. Like, oh, this guy could do 50 home runs. I play baseball. That stuff is in the past, low key. Like people play sports, but it is. You play the game for the game.
Yeah, but you can gamble on
I
sports.
think it's just smaller. That's all.
Yes.
Because like I used to play pickup baseball games all the time.
Yeah.
With just people in the neighborhood, and everybody would do that. Be like, "Oh, those guys are playing baseball. I'll go play baseball with these strangers." And now you got a bunch of new friends.
And I think people are that and less of and it's still a big moneymaker, but
Yeah.
no one is like, and I used to do football, so now I'm watching it. They'll be like, well, no, I'll go watch Nosferatu and whatever. that's on now. I'll go watch this other stuff. People are
I'll go
okay
watch
with being
Hatsune
nerdy
Miku
stuff.
play League
now.
of Legends.
Yeah, it's not.
That's your thing. Is that
Yeah,
now you
that
got
kind of thing, too.
VTubers playing all these other games. I can't get into it. It doesn't penetrate me. But this SpongeBob movie was really good. It was almost on par with the first one, which is the closest thing to a masterpiece Nickelodeon has ever made. Have you seen the first SpongeBob movie?
I've seen some of it. It's all right.
It's good. It's really good, especially for a animated kids movie.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hoff is in it.
Yeah.
he is.
That's pretty cool.
And Mark Hamill isn't very distracting in this. I thought it'd be way distracting, Mark Hamill
really?
being in this, and he is not.
It's his scary voice.
Yeah. Right.
He only has the one voice.
He has like two. He has Skips, his Joker,
Which is the same thing.
and then he has how he normally talks.
Everybody says that he's such a great voice actor, but somebody pointed out he's got just the one voice.
Did you see the Brave and the Bold episode with Mark Hamill in it?
Yeah, and he's doing.
He's voicing.
That's the exact
he's voicing
thing what I'm talking
Joker,
about.
the Trickster, and Mark Hamill. All like,
And the Joker and the Trickster sound identical.
yeah.
And then Mark Hamill sounds like Mark Hamill.
Right.
But as he's gotten older, he's got more of that rasp. So it just all sounds like him now.
Jimmy Kimmel had a thing with Mark Hamill. Did I say this already? And he was in front of his star on the Walk of Fame. And he's asking people, he's like, I heard this guy's dead and that stuff. And then one lady's like, let me call my brother. And his brother like, dude, that was really Mark Hamill. But a lot of people would just ignore him, and he wouldn't have got me if I was there.
No, yeah, I would have known him.
Yeah.
I would have known him.
I would have said this, hey, you're that guy from Corvette Summer.
I also watched all 3 of the Terrifier movies recently.
I don't care about Terrifier.
And these are the movies I thought we were.
neither.
I was going to bring up and not. We won't ever talk about. This will be the time we're talking about it because they are a pop culture icon now.
Yeah, he's the new one.
He's the new one, and everybody
I
loves
think he
him.
looks cool, too.
Yeah. The concept is neat. Where like, he's Art the Clown, but he's a mime. He doesn't
Right.
speak.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk. Doesn't make any sound. I don't feel like these movies have any kind of direction at all. I think it's just point A to point B, gore,
Right.
and like
I heard the third one is especially gory. Like the goriest of all of them.
not really,
Oh, really?
not really at all.
It's so gory. They had bouncers outside of the movie theater, like checking IDs. So you could,
Yeah, right.
if you wanted to go sneak into that, you were not getting into that movie without having a ticket. The new Terrifier.
Probably because it was. I don't know what it was rated.
Rated R.
Yeah.
At least. It's not NC-17.
It might even been
There's
NC-17.
nothing in
No.
that movie. The first one has something I would consider the most graphic. Everything else is it's either at that same line or it's below it.
Uh-huh.
Like and the deaths in it are over the top,
Right.
cruel, like makes you feel bad for the NPCs in Grand Theft Auto kind of thing. Cause like he's doing brutal things that like are so over the top and comical you'd only be like, oh, this is like a video game kind of thing.
Right.
Like I'm doing this, look at how I'm destroying that person kind of thing. I don't see how the third one is the super duper goriest one. The first one, and I just learned about this too, the scene that I'm referencing, there's a lady strung up upside down, and her friend's tied to a chair, and he cuts her in half down the middle. And apparently on set, she wasn't aware that she was going to be, because she's naked. She wasn't aware of that, and she was upside down for so long, she started getting really bad headaches, and
I'll bet.
they didn't really... There was a lot of shady stuff going on with that, which uber sucks, but like, I mean, like the saw goes through her guts are everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't nothing else, you know, like the head crushings and all this stuff. Like it's just gory, but I couldn't not watch them kind of thing. Like, I wanted to see how 2 is. I wanted to see how 3 is.
I have a little curiosity, but the first one was just boring to me. So
They all are.
I just don't care. And there's like no story hardly, and it was too long, really. But you talk about sawing a woman in half, which is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent Price did a magic show way back in the day that he cut a woman in half, and it was gory too. It was on television. He's got a big old saw and he's going to cut her in half, and the trick is you cut the woman in half and then she's okay.
Yeah,
this woman was not okay. There's a fire hose worth of blood spraying out, and he cuts her in half, and then that's really the end of the show.
Oh my God.
But all of the little tricks and stuff were macabre like that.
Yeah, just over the top.
Yeah.
So the first one is more of a straight through slasher movie where he's coming to get you. The second one introduces like a whole gods and devils kind of thing. Which, okay, that's kind of interesting to play along with. And then the third one brings back the victim from the first one.
Right.
And she's possessed by another demon. They want to take the soul of somebody else.
Yeah.
It gets overcomplicated. And art's really the best part of these movies.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like him in the first one, but he grows on you.
Well,
He's
I think he
stupid.
looks cool, but it was just too boring.
Well, he's stupid though, in a way that like works. Where like, he there's a part he goes to the Halloween store, and he's creeping on this person, this girl, and she knows it's him. She knows it's the real him because they call him the whatever city killer.
Yeah,
he's not Art the Clown.
Yeah.
He writes art in feces. That's the like, come on, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's not scary. It's not deranged.
Right.
He pees on Santa Claus. It's just it's gross out to be gross.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And when you I've seen stuff like Solo, and like there's just that kind of nasty thing that does it. I'm not scared or off.
Right.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, I've cleaned too many public bathrooms for this to be, you know, getting me. Once you've done that kind of work, all right, fast forward. It's not even out of gross. It's just like, this is annoying.
You got to do what your mother does in that situation.
What?
She writes a sign that says "out of order" and puts it on the thing.
I don't know if this is a shared experience, but I feel like the Terrifier is for that. I worked in restaurants, so there's always like a coworker who's like, and my whole love is horror movies.
Yeah,
I love horror movies, which is fine inherently, but this is for them.
That just want to see the
they
kill.
want to see the kills.
Yeah,
and want funny. They want a funny, goofy.
Like,
yeah. And I think that's exactly who that is for.
Well,
it's for like a back-of-house worker.
Courtney said that the Terrifier movies are for people who don't like horror to have a horror movie. Like, that's what they kind of feel like. But like in the second one, he's at that Halloween store. He's creeping on this girl. She's trying to get away from him. And like, he's over there trying on novelty glasses. Like, not really laughing, but like, you know, being a fool.
Right.
She's getting uncomfortable. She just wants to hurry up and get out of here. And like, it'll cut to her fumbling with her thing, giving him the money, and then it cuts back to Art, and he's got like flowers, sunglasses, and he's doing that. And it's just a static shot of that. And then keep going back, and it's funny to the audience too, because it's how ridiculous it is.
But there's no stakes, it seems like.
Right, because
everybody who does die is kind of disposable.
Yeah, except in the third one when the character I didn't want him to die, and he dies, and it's not even like it could be like it's his skull that they had rats eat the flesh off of, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, that sucked. You know, that's the only one I was like, oh, not him, because everybody else is just there to die, like they're just there to die, which is. I understand. There's a level of understanding because I like Saw. I think Saw is a fun thing to play around with. Yeah. And a lot of those characters are just there to die too.
Yeah,
but the thing that Saw has is that it is an over-the-top soap opera spread
Yeah,
up between
right.
like 10 movies with these insane, gross, over the top kills. And I think that Terrifier would benefit from reining in some of the over the topness. Because there's a good scene in the third one where there's Podcast Girl, because everything has to have a podcast person in it now.
Right, because it's a new thing.
Is talking to her boyfriend. It's like, I really want to interview him. He survived art. I want to know what it's like to look in his eyes and just see how evil he can be. And Art hears all this stuff, and he's, doing all this like, oh, you shouldn't have kind of stuff. And he kills these two people in graphic, horrible ways. And as she's dying, she's got her mouth ripped off. He tilts her head to him, takes off his glasses, and looks her in the eyes as she dies, and then puts the glasses on her and walks away. That, I thought, was a really well executed scene that had a great setup, because you know what he's going to do. He did something horrible that you watch, because then he makes a snow angel in the blood and all that stuff. Then it gets stupid.
Right.
But like having him do that, give her the thing she wanted, ironically, worked.
Right.
Perfect.
So Terrifier, and besides you, seemed to do good. Like everyone who
it's a hugely
everyone who
popular.
likes
sure.
Terrifier.
It's
I
the new
think
Saw.
Back to what I was saying at the beginning of this, how like, no, dude, know your audience and make that. Don't care about whatever else. Don't do it. I think
doing that.
I think Terrifier it does that. I think because I'm never going to watch those movies.
Why?
But they're not for me. I don't like gore. I don't like
lots of
horror
people never gonna
movies.
watch 'em.
I don't like being scared.
But
Weird.
you still know who Art the Clown is.
Yeah,
And,
iconically, but
I think that's how it works. In the zeitgeist, it's fine.
Yeah,
But,
it's,
like, that movie is meant for those people.
Right.
Those people will show
Sure.
up to that, and maybe you'll get the stragglers, the new people. Like, I didn't think you would ever watch it, but
well,
you'll
because
get those new people from being true to whatever your thing is.
Yeah.
I think that's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. How a movie can just be, no, we're good at this. We hit the nails on this part.
Yep.
You wanted another one of these? Here you go.
Right.
Nothing
the
more,
whole
nothing
reason
less.
I watched Terrifier was A, to see what the whole hype was about.
Me too.
But B, to see, because when I have this thing where I like horror movies, but I know that they're all fake. I know everything I'm watching is fake. So it really the atmosphere has to get to me.
Well, let me tell you. Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was going to kind of change the subject, so it looked like I was interrupting you just there.
Well, yeah, but I can
Did you finish your thought?
not entirely.
Go ahead.
So when I watch a movie, that's what I'm looking for. I brought up Solo, which is one of those infamous movies that are too horrible to watch. It's not. It's an Italian film made by somebody who lived during
Saw?
Solo.
Oh.
During the fascist dictatorship of Mussolini.
Right.
So it reflects that.
Right.
And because it's foreign cinema, it does it in a way that we're not used to.
Yeah.
It also is a completely banned movie from Italy because of what it shows. But you're going through this entire movie, and it's gross, but the whole horror aspect of it doesn't happen until, in my opinion, the very end. When
Is that like 5 cops go into a place and then they end up in hell?
No.
Okay.
No. And the cover of it is all misleading too. Like, it's these poor people get taken to this manor it's all in, the rich people own it. And the oligarchs have this adult worker telling stories of her endeavors. And the rich people get excited by this stuff and want to perform it with the poor people who are victims of circumstance. Like, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. But, like, it's grotesque stuff. And some of them die and some of them survive. But at the end, they're all, like, the rich people have their own little private viewing rooms of them brutally torturing the rest of the survivors.
Right.
And there's a scene where, like, one of them gets his... Fast forward this part. But his eyeball gets cut open with a razor blade. And it's it's hard to watch. That is like, oh, okay, kind of stuff. But like all that lead up, I was like, this isn't really a horror movie. I understand what this is. This is an artist movie. This is an art house movie. But like I've got Martyrs up there that I've heard nothing but horrible things about that I'm interested in watching because I want to feel those feelings, you know? Because like horror can be fun. I love campy horror, you know? But Martyrs I also like being scared, and I'm looking for a movie that scares me.
I don't think it's scary. But okay.
But yeah, that was the end of my...
That's cool because it still works into it because like how you're saying... and it is a horror movie. I think Mars is more like a torture porn Saw kind of thing, or the Terrifier. And you had liked Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
Which, so I watched it. And I'm like, I think I told you this before. There's another movie, it's called A Dark Song.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing. In Bring Her Back, a person wants to bring their kid back from the dead.
Yeah.
And that's the same premise as A Dark Song.
I loved Bring Her Back. I thought Bring Her Back was great.
But A Dark Song really is scary. That movie, I didn't think it was scary. It's a horror movie with horror movie tropes. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. And I thought Bring Her Back was good. I just happened to have seen this other movie that did it that one better. And it's way more metaphysical and like emotionally terrifying than than Bring Her Back, where that's far more what's that called? What's on the surface?
Situation.
Shallow. I don't want to say shallow, but it's
surface level.
So it is more surface level, and everything is explained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. Same thing over here. You got to do this. You got to do this. And if you don't do it, bad stuff's going to happen. She doesn't do it, bad stuff happens, and it's just way more of a mind f movie.
I'll have to check
Bring Her Back
out.
is good if you want to see a movie about maybe somebody is trying to bring somebody back from the dead, but you don't want to have to think about it too much. And it's it's slower. It's it's way more. It's a different kind of.
If
they
you
tell
like
the same thing in a different kind of way.
I think if you liked Hereditary, you would like Bring Her Back.
I think if you like Hereditary, you'd like A Dark Song more.
They're just on the same level to me, it's the same tones, it's the same.
I think
they're almost cousins of each other.
Hereditary, they're not trying to bring a person back, but I think that does it better than Bring Her Back too. It's like it's almost the McDonald's of those kinds of movies.
Hereditary is a great example of a movie that I'm looking for that makes me feel scared and uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it is scary
because and like you are in both the son's pants or the son's shoes and the dad's shoes.
We're gonna end it right there
at the same time, and it isn't until
Hereditary's got so much stuff stuck into it too that you don't know about it the first time you're watching it, and then you're like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah, and it just explodes.
Yeah.
It just explodes, and it's such a great movie. And you feel really bad for certain characters, man. You really, really do.
Speaking of all of that,
go watch that movie.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
then watch Attack on Titan.
Don't watch Attack on Titan.
That does that same thing.
Boo, anime.
And it's horror-esque.
Yeah,
it's horror-esque. I think it's really good. I think
Attack on Titan?
I think that's a good example
it's a movie?
of no.
Oh, okay.
They end with 3 movies.
Oh.
The last 4 episodes are an hour and a half long, and I had to wait months. So I'd watch 1 hour, I'd be like, I don't even know what's going on, and then the next episode I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. The writing on that one, I think, is very cool because I don't see it often. Your characters are how much you know. And that's it. As they grow, as they learn stuff, you learn stuff.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And then something like what you said, watching it the first time, you're not picking up on stuff, and then later on, you're like, "This was right there the whole time,"
That's very
and I
cool.
wouldn't have known because it wasn't a big deal till it becomes a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Here, I'll just tell you what my list.
Yeah.
All right, Jurassic World Rebirth. We all
Still
talked
haven't
about
seen
that.
that yet.
It's not. It's all right.
Okay.
If you want to see some dinosaurs
There
that
you
you
go.
haven't seen before, otherwise it's not that good. One battle after another.
I don't think I'll watch that one.
It's a good action movie. It's pretty good. It held my attention the entire time.
Okay.
I liked it. The Conjuring Last Rites, better than the
third
third
one?
one. It's the fourth one.
Okay.
And it's better than the third one, but it's not as good as the other two. The second one, it goes 2, 1, 4, 3.
I don't like the first one.
I like the first one.
The second one's great, though.
Begonia.
I don't know about that one either.
Watch it.
Okay.
It had a certain this guy and his cousin kidnapped the CEO of a company because they're convinced she's an alien.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of like, they're not listed conspiracy theory things, but when he was doing, I'm like, oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. It was a lot of fun to watch, but it's a good movie, well acted. Now I don't hate that actor so much anymore because he played he was in Breaking Bad, and I couldn't stand him in Breaking Bad.
Oh.
So when I see him in other things, I'm like, oh, I hate Todd.
Uh-huh.
But he does a good job in this, and Emma Stone is in it, and she's always great.
Yeah.
But Begonia was damn good. We talked about Captain America. Fantastic Four, I liked Fantastic Four.
I thought it was fine.
I'm not as Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. He'll be fine. I love the way the Thing looks. I think he should have a gravelly voice. But they did
If he
okay.
had a gravelly voice, I think it would have worked.
Yeah, totally. And I liked Galacticus in it. The Naked Gun, I still haven't seen all of it because I fell asleep and it wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's not as funny, but I think it's fun. I
Yeah.
think it's a fun movie.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is great, especially because they really wrap up the whole series. I thought it was cool. Very long. Spinal Tap 2, I was really looking forward to that. It's not as good as Spinal Tap 1, but it has some good stuff in it.
Okay.
But, like,
I think that's Rob Reiner's last movie, too.
it is Rob Reiner's last movie. And Paul McCartney's in it. They get a lot of
Oh, you got Paul in it?
Paul McCartney. He's in it after the credits. But in the theater, or the trailer, they say him saying Pink Torpedo. And Paul McCartney saying Pink Torpedo makes you gotta watch that movie. Sinners, that was damn good.
Sinners is a movie I still haven't seen yet.
You could compare it to From Dusk Till Dawn because it's kind of similar, but it's not anything like it.
You know, the
And
one-
it was good.
One thing kind of holding me back on it is knowing that it's a vampire movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't like vampire movies anymore, and it's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's worth watching. Courtney likes vampire stuff, don't she?
She does.
So-
Courtney wants to watch it.
Yeah.
I just
She'll
been
really like
dragging my feet. I love Michael Jordan, or
And
Michael B. Jordan.
He plays twins.
Yeah,
And it's
I've
great.
heard it's set in New Orleans, isn't it?
Somewhere like that, yeah.
So like everything's going for
It's
it.
out
And
in
then
the
I
middle of the
heard
woods.
there's vampires, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
right.
I think
But-
music helps kill them or something.
and it has a great thing at the end.
Spoiler.
I didn't
really a
know.
spoiler. I won't. Well, this isn't even a spoiler. A guy in it, and it might be Michael B. Jordan, but I think it's the guy that plays the guitar. He's just learning how to play the guitar. The end of the movie says it's oh my god, Buddy Guy. Like this was Buddy Guy's origin story. I just thought that was freaking great. The Monkey was really looking forward to that. That was a big letdown.
I know that movie's going to be bad. I still want to watch it.
It's not that
the
it's bad.
Tarot movie.
I just thought it was let down.
Have you seen the Tarot movie? Movie called Tarot.
No.
No movie?
The card. Yeah. No.
Yeah, and like, oh, she pulled the jack. You know what I mean? And like, that
Death.
comes out to kill you.
Yeah.
I knew that movie was going to be unwatchably bad, but it's one of those so bad.
It's good.
But it's not even good. It's just bad.
That's cool.
And you have a fun time making fun of it the whole time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Like couldn't tell you. It's so bad. But it's not as so bad as good. The only good part of it is the fun you have pulling
Right.
on it. Kind
So
of
you
thing.
got to watch it with somebody else.
Yes.
All right. Final Destination Bloodlines
Disappointment.
made me have to watch the other Final Destination movies. I only seen like one or two of them. I thought it was cool.
I watched
liked it.
all of them
Yeah.
leading up to that movie, and
Yeah.
man,
That's the
was
one
I-
where they die in weird ways.
Yeah, well, it's
over the
fake.
top.
They were supposed
and the
to die
garbage
in a
lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that. I've only seen that one.
It's good, and you can watch it by itself.
It's one of the weakest ones.
And speaking of Randy Official, Happy Gilmore 2,
That was all right.
that was all right. It was pretty good. It was worth it. Worth
Was
watching.
unreal how that movie. Courtney had never seen the first one. I did not know that. And we had a movie night where we watched Happy Gilmore 2.
So she's not getting some of the jokes.
They explain it all.
Yeah, that too.
Or they'll
it's
just show
it's
you.
movies
Straight up show
1
you that
and
show.
2 at the same time. There's nothing in there that could be missed. It's all in
It
your
was good.
face.
Yeah. Weapons. Awesome.
I was not
Loved
a
it.
fan of Weapons.
God, that was great.
I
And
don't know
love
what about
the
it.
3 different perspectives.
I love the nonlinear styling.
Yeah.
I loved that.
And I knew what the big thing was going into it accidentally, and I'm like, oh crap! Now I'm not even going to bother watching.
I don't think I liked The Witch.
Watched it anyway. I thought I loved it. It was great.
I think I just didn't like her vibe or something. Or that the big reveal was she's a witch. I don't know.
Spoiler alert:
Yeah, my bad. Hang on.
this one wasn't from 2025. The Substance.
I want to watch that
That
real
is
bad.
good. Yeah, listen, I watched it by myself and got embarrassed because there was so much freaking nudity in it.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of nudity, and I don't think it's gratuitous at all. It's normal nudity. I don't-
it's not. It's
if
not.
you know, there's
yeah.
a lot of nudity in it. If you have a problem with it, you're going to have a problem with this movie. But like, I was just embarrassed because what if somebody comes out while
And
Demi
this
Moore's
is what
buck
you're
naked?
watching,
What are
yeah.
you watching? But it's a good movie, and
What the
it's real
hell?
artsy.
Okay. Have
And
you
the-
seen Together?
No, I told you that upstairs.
So
Is it worth it? I don't know about that one. Man.
if you liked Weapons, I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Well, then I'll check it out on your recommendation. I will watch it.
I think-
this week.
yeah. I don't know if you'll like it, but
I
I,
don't
think
think I
you'll
will.
like how it goes. Like do you know anything about it?
Well, they get conjoined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how that I think we had a double feature with Happy Gilmore 2 and Together. I think that's what we were watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
And how the effects in that movie are worth it alone. Everything else
I
is
assume
kind of
that.
give and take, but
Yeah.
like I think it has a
All right,
good
The
tone
Substance has
and a
that kind of
great
body horror crap in
body
it too.
horror.
It's really good and disgusting. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So, but if that's the only thing of the movie, which is kind of what I was thinking, that's why I didn't bother watching it.
Well,
But
Franco
you
does
said
a
it
good
was good.
job.
I'm going to check it out.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than I like Weapons.
Oh, that's what it. So, Man on the Run. So I got Amazon Prime now because of Man on the Run, which is a documentary about Wings, Paul McCartney's post-Beatle and pre-solo stuff, because he'd had a band called Wings, and it's their story. It's damn good. It's a great documentary.
But is it a mockumentary?
No, it's a documentary. And it's very
Speaking of
good.
mockumentary, the only movie like I think I've seen recently that you guys might know is the Walk Hard,
I've never seen Walk
the
Hard.
Dewey Cox story.
Your mother likes that movie a lot.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
He's a good guy. I think he wrote it too, John C. Reilly. Anything with him in it is worth checking out.
I think
JCR?
you should check it out. I think you guys like it.
I think I'd like it too. I just don't want to hear the country stuff, but
It's funny.
I didn't want to really hear the pop stuff either. And Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping is pretty decent. It's not as good as Spinal Tap, but it's pretty good. So when I got after the Wings one, I watched Hangar 18 from 1980, which looks like a TV movie. It was good. It's not when Hangar 18 first came out, the commercials for it made it look like this alien invasion kind of really exciting movie, and it is not exciting in the way that they portrayed it. So little kid me was like, this is a letdown when it finally came on TV. And but I watched it recently, and it was pretty decent. It was solid.
All right. I don't really have anything else. Oh, this has been a pretty long episode too.
Yeah.
I think we should probably start wrapping it up here.
Yeah, I figured that. That's why I wanted to just go through my list.
Yeah. I we've got some good stuff in the future that we'll be talking about here soon.
Then we
Randy,
got that piece of crap you made me watch.
really?
Just kidding.
But we'll talk about that and more only here on the Grindhouse Podcast.
Yeah.
We're on all social media
Oh,
platforms.
you know what I wanted to say too? Like that list I just went through. Let us know what you thought of that list, and definitely any more recent movies.
Yeah.
That we could do a show about.
Let us know what you've
Because
also
maybe
watched.
we haven't seen them, and
Or your thoughts of the movies that we
Yeah.
just talked about.
I would like to hear people's thoughts.
Kind of
about
speed ran a whole bunch of movies there.
That. Yeah, we did.
We should do this once a month. Kind of just the filler stuff we've been watching
Sure,
in the
yeah.
meantime. It was kind of fun. But yeah, we're on all social media platforms under the Grindhouse Podcast. I am Cheese Film,
And I am Hecubus.
I'm Randy Fickle.
and this has been the Grindhouse Podcast. Cheese Film.